The weekly television Journal of the Texas Trophy Hunters is presented by GMC, the official truck of the Texas Trophy Hunters Association. We are professional grade. Mossy Oak Biologic, scientifically proven wild game seed. Brush Country Camo, now you can hunt where they hide. The official Texas Trophy Hunters scoring kit. All Seasons Feeders, feed for quality. And the Hunters Extravaganzas, America's largest whitetail hunting shows.
Whitetail season in Texas is a busy time. When the first leaves hit the ground and the first cool spell rolls in, everybody dreams of that special buck to appear from the brush. In Fredericksburg, Texas, like many ranchers, Brent Geistwhite has been preparing for deer season. Little did he know that his first hunter for the year would be someone who would touch his heart. It's a little boy in the fight of his life. I'm Jerry Johnston, and thank you for joining us for another edition of the Journal of the Texas Trophy Hunters. Stay with us.
Come on, Tanner, let's sneak down in here and see if we can go find some of these turkeys down in this roost.
Yeah.
Watch your step.
Tanner had never killed a turkey, so we were going to get up and
give me your gun, Tanner.
Try to get Tanner a big gobbler.
My favorite thing in the whole world is eating and hunting.
Now, 7-year-old Tanner Connell didn't come all the way from Georgia to Texas just to kill a turkey, but he's not going to turn down that offer. You see, he's really come to the White Ghost Ranch near Fredericksburg, Texas, for a trophy buck. And Tanner's getting the most he can out of this hunt, for a good reason.
My son Tanner was diagnosed with leukemia 2 years ago, the day after his 6th birthday. It was pretty traumatic. He had a rough time right to start with, and basically he's pretty much a miracle. Was really, really sick right to start with, as most kids are with leukemia. And we've been through the roughest part, but we've still got a long way to go. And he's always wanted to come to Texas deer hunting.
I know you have to get stuck all the time, and I know that whenever I first had it, I couldn't really see. I'm like, oh, I can't see. I couldn't even see. It's like me. It's like I'm blind. I can't even see.
Are you scared about it?
I'm not really scared.
Why aren't you scared?
Well, I know I'm gonna get through it. I know I'm gonna get done with it. And the scary part is when you have to get stuck and all that. You have to get stuck in the back, too. It hurts. They make me go to sleep, though.
I feel like he's going to be okay, but you never know. I mean, we didn't know he was sick until the night that he collapsed on us. I mean, we didn't know that there was anything wrong with him. He was a normal little kid.
For the Connell family, watching their son suffer from leukemia is an unthinkable nightmare. Texas rancher Brent Geistwhite has rolled out the red carpet for Tanner's hunt of a lifetime. And right now, a big gobbler is following a carpet of wild grass right towards their brush blind.
This has taken his mind off of it, and it's given him something else to focus on. And so just to see the excitement on his face is just, it's given me a joy that I haven't been able to experience in a long time.
Let him get a little bit closer in.
Tanner was all excited about the turkeys because he's been turkey hunting at home a few times, but he hadn't ever seen as many turkeys as he did here.
Okay, Tanner, you pick out a big one with the biggest, longest beard. You see that one over there on the right?
Yeah.
There he is. He stopped broadside. Just get ready and squeeze the trigger real slow.
Got it, buddy. You are the man.
You're the man. Reload, Tanner.
He's still moving, but you got him good.
Go ahead.
Got him real good.
All right, keep your eye on him. I don't think he'll get up.
He's moving around, but you got him. Man.
Great shot, Tanner. All righty.
This wasn't even supposed to happen at all, but Brent Geistwhite figured a gobbler on the ground is a good way to break the ice. Brent knows how much this hunt means to a kid like Tanner.
Watch your step there.
Kids whose survival revolves around hospitals, doctors, painful treatments, and prayer.
Is that bird big enough?
Yes, sir.
Wow. Let me hold your gun for you, buddy.
It's nice.
What a bird.
Beard. He thought the turkey was cool. I mean, he's never shot a turkey.
Long beard.
And the turkeys that we have in Georgia are not like these turkeys around here. They look different. Proud of you. You did good.
Taking Tanner's dad with us was wonderful. I mean, I just know if that was my son, I would want to be there every step of the way and enjoying that. And we were fortunate that we were able to do that in the blind with him. And I know it meant the world to him.
Now, the reason for this trip. Tanner and his daddy have watched hunting shows on TV for years with Texas bucks that can take your breath away. Brent has brought them to his favorite blind, where the light rain tickles the mesquite leaves.
Those are pretty big deer.
The afternoon wears on in the rain here in the Texas Hill Country, where a 7-year-old battling leukemia has a chance to spend a few days away from the doctors. Tanner's after a trophy buck in Texas, but Brent knows it may not happen today.
Times these big bucks will come out just right and dark. And it's just light enough that we can kind of see them, but it's too dark to shoot them. They're smart. They know that. It was just too dark to take a shot at him. They'll come back around. That's how they are.
Stay with us as Brent's words of hope help brighten a rainy afternoon for a boy battling a terrible disease when the Journal of the Texas Trophy Hunters continues.
He's been so nervous about coming hunting. I think he didn't want to disappoint anybody. He'd practice his shooting and he'd practice it over and over and over, target practice. And
the pressure's on. I'm here to make this little boy's hunt of a lifetime. I'm here to make his dream come true. And so there's quite a bit of pressure on me. I really want everything to go perfect.
The rain has picked up, and so has the buck movement here on the White Ghost Ranch near Fredericksburg, Texas. Brent Geistwhite has given the green light on a deer in this bunch. The biggest buck in this bunch, that is.
Man, that's a big one. Yeah, I think that's a big deer. That thing's huge. Is he like on the edge of the road, like right over there? Is he eating off the grass? Yeah.
Even though Tanner's got a green light, there's just not enough sunlight to shoot the buck.
Finally, it just got too dark, and Tanner couldn't shoot him.
Tanner, go ahead and bring the gun in the window now. You couldn't pick him out. It was sitting dark, and I really wanted him with all my heart to shoot. I just wanted to say shoot so bad, but I was so scared because I didn't want a bad experience. But I made the call. I said, we're just not ready. It's just too late, and let's go. And he was a little down, like every hunter is. I mean, but it was the best situation.
Tanner is hard to get up whenever it's school time, but when it's time to go hunting, you can just whisper and ask him if he wants to go hunting, and he's out of the bed.
It's early next morning, and Tanner didn't sleep well last night, thinking he'll never see that big buck ever again.
Tanner, you ready to go hunting this morning?
Yep.
We got up early, we were all excited, and because we'd seen the deer that Tanner was needing to shoot or was wanting to shoot the night before. We were all tired, but we got up early and went to the blind. And
Tanner, you ready to see some big bucks this morning?
Yes, sir.
Well, at least it stopped raining this morning, so maybe we can get a few more deer to come out.
rain has finally let off for the morning hunt. The buck of a lifetime slipped through their fingers the night before. And hunting like leukemia has no guarantees. Texas rancher Brent Geiswhite has offered a trophy whitetail hunt to Tanner Connell, whose dream has been to take a Texas buck. This could be the perfect morning.
Tanner, we're going to do something a little different this morning. If some bucks come out that we're going to try to take a shot at, the only people going to talk are going to be you and I back and forth. Your dad's going to be real quiet. We got to make sure that we know we're both looking at the same deer. And then when he gets good and broadside, just like what we practiced, you're going to squeeze that trigger and keep your head down and look at him through the scope.
Spotted through the open window of the blind, the first buck of the morning gets everybody's attention. It's early October, a good 6 weeks away from the peak of the rut in this part of the country.
Look at that deer over here to the right. Put his head down, just picked his head up. He's 4-year-old.
Man, he's big
See how
too.
much bigger body he's got. Look at the belly.
He's a fat deer. He's fat.
Tanner, do you want to shoot a little buck or a big buck?
Big one.
How do you like your bucks? I mean, what kind of horn do you want to see? You like them with heavy horns or wide horns?
Wide.
You like them wide? You like them with long tines or short tines?
Long ones.
Long ones. You just want them big. Well, you know what you want then. Looks like to me you know all about big bucks. Not everything.
The great buck from the night before that fills every corner of Tanner's dreams doesn't show, despite all the encouragement from Brent. Oh, sure, Tanner's practiced his shooting before coming here to Texas. It's patience that he needs practice with now. Tanner, the boy struggling against leukemia, whose dream is to take a trophy whitetail from Texas, as the Journal of the Texas Trophy Hunters continues. Stay with us.
This hurts my shoulder. This thing hurts my shoulder.
When we were going to the blind yesterday afternoon, I didn't feel good about it. Just had this feeling that we weren't going to see this big buck because we didn't see him in the morning time. And Brent he'd only seen him a few times, in the past couple of weeks.
The days are starting to run together for 7-year-old Tanner Connell. His daddy Steve knows the time here on the White Ghost Ranch is running short, and it would take a nice buck to make his dream come true for his little boy. A little boy caught up in a monumental fight.
Get up in the front chair up there.
In his short life, Tanner has had to learn a lot of big words. Leukemia, chemotherapy, radiation. But the word he focuses most on is survival.
He's tough. He has to go through a lot of stuff. He has to take chemo, and he's just a fighter. He handles it real well.
Texas rancher Brent Geiswhite knows this is the last chance hunt. The Connells must leave for Georgia after today.
Let's take a look at him. He's in the dirt here.
We were sitting in the blind, and a big 9-point came out to the right, and we were looking at him. We were all excited about him, but he was not the buck that we were wanting to shoot.
To be truthful, it's Brent who doesn't want Tanner to shoot. Brent is holding on and taking a chance for a better buck. It seems something about this sit-up makes the big 9-point buck uneasy.
See you later. You have to be really quiet and still.
All of a sudden, Brent says, "Tanner, there's your buck." And he steps out of nowhere.
I was just scared to death whenever I seen him. He was huge.
It's like he appears right there, steps out of the brush, and I told Tanner, I said, "There's your buck right there. Get your gun out the window."
It's the buck Brent has been crossing his fingers for.
When Brent said that, "Tanner, there's your buck," I mean, my heart just felt like it was beating out of my chest. I think I was more nervous than Tanner was. And I didn't think it was going to happen, and Brent told him to squeeze the trigger.
Squeeze the trigger nice and slow.
You just had me.
Tanner. I knew we could do it, Tanner.
It's okay.
It's not the reaction Brent Geistweit expected. Tanner's tears aren't out of sadness or regret at all, but from so much weight on one little boy's shoulders. At this point, the right words are critical.
I've never been more proud of anybody in my entire life than I am of you. Let me tell you what, son. Listen to me. You listening to me? You just shot one of the biggest bucks we've ever killed on this ranch. He is huge. And God put him here just for you. I love you, Tanner. You did a great job. You were perfect in every way.
Brent reaches deep from the heart and somehow finds the right words to ease a little boy's fears. At this point, Brent fights back his own tears.
You did perfect, Tanner.
You just followed him and kept following him. Mr. Brent told you to shoot him, you shot him, didn't you?
You did perfect, Tanner. I'm so proud of you. Is this your hunt of a lifetime? It's mine too, let me tell you. It's mine too, my friend.
Brent, Tanner, and Steve are right. This truly is the hunt of a lifetime. Tanner's round cheeks are drier now, and for a moment, the world is a little better off, with one more die-hard deer hunter added to the roster.
Tanner, let's go get that big buck. I know he's out here.
That's the longest few minutes of anyone's life, and especially in Tanner's and ours. We waited. We were losing daylight fast, and we waited a few minutes. I felt confident that the buck was hit really hard, and he wasn't far. And my heart was just pounding out of my chest.
I see a horn. Right there.
Look at there, Tanner.
Right in the middle of the cactus and the white brush. Watch it. Be careful, that stuff will stick you bad. Just go straight right there.
Look at that big deer. Look at the deer, Tanner. Look where you hit him.
Embraced by the darkness and bound by the pure astonishment of such a wonderful animal, three people come to realize that right now, this is all that matters. Leukemia and chemotherapy seem so far away, and something called deer hunting draws them to a distant and very much deserved euphoria.
He's been through a lot, but he's tough, and I think Tanner will make it. He's got the heart of a lion, and he'll do well. And anything I can give to a young boy like that to make his life fulfilled and do better, I can.
Well, I knew I was going to do this. It was real exciting for Tanner to kill his big buck because he's been through a lot.
You know, everyone has thanked me for what I've done for Tanner and making his dreams come true. But Tanner's given back to me as much as I've given to Tanner.
I got him.
And he's just a tough little boy. He wants to be on top of everything that he does. And I knew that he could do this. I knew he could make a good shot on the deer. And this was just a hell of a lifetime for him and for all of us.
Words cannot express how fulfilling that was for me, for Steve, and of course for Tanner. God had answered all of our prayers, and it was one of the most fondest memories I'll ever have. That's his dream, that's his desire, and I've told Tanner, I'll hunt again with you one day, Tanner. You just get strong, you beat this, and you can do it. And we'll hunt again, I promise you that.
Tanner will go home now, only to face another round of painful treatments and more doctors. But he's got a head full of wonderful memories, which some say can help ease the pain. He can close his eyes when the pain seems so unbearable, and remember that big buck and the wonderful ranch in the Texas Hill Country. For kids like Tanner, that's a kind of a special medicine that needs no needles or no prescriptions. I'm Jerry Johnston. Thank you for joining us for this edition of the Journal of the Texas Trophy Hunters.
The weekly television Journal of the Texas Trophy Hunters is presented by GMC, the official truck of the Texas Trophy Hunters Association. We are professional grade. Mossy Oak Biologic, scientifically proven wild game seed. Brush Country Camo, now you can hunt where they hide. The official Texas Trophy Hunters scoring kit. All Seasons Feeders, feed for quality. And the Hunters Extravaganzas, America's largest whitetail hunting shows.